Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is episode 1 of the local podcast with anonymous guest. I'm your host, Big Chris, piece of shit, Big Rusk, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for dinner. And for the inaugural first episode, I figured I'd get somebody that I appreciate and who's very near and dear to my heart, my cousin Z. So, with no further ado, let's get started. Z, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah,
How you doing?
I'm hopeful. I'd say. Anything exciting happen?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Only thing I'm doing now is I'm mourning the loss of a great woman, matriarch of the family, that just recently passed away on October the 16th at 10 minutes after 1. My grandmother, Ruby J. Fort.
Ruby J. Fort.
That's who I'm mourning. Retired third grade school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, how can I word it? Just a great overall woman, a virtuous woman that lived her life according to the laws of the Bible.
Right.
And I was there Friday witnessing her take her last breath. And I was reading scripture to her, and once I finished reading the scripture to her, that's when she passed on. It was like as quick as you blink your eye.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my first time ever experiencing something like that in my life. I've never witnessed death like that, peaceful. And she had just had a birthday October the 10th, and she made it to be 99. So I know her place is already set in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was glad to be able to be a part of her life as a grandson, because I've never met a woman that, no matter what you did or how you did it, she's going to always find the good in it.
Right.
So that's what I'm going through now. I guess I would say that would be exciting because I know where she is now. I know that she's in heaven. And there's a lot of people that when they leave this earth, they don't know where they're going.
Right.
But I can just say with her, I know where she went, and she knew where she went.
Right.
And she was a very intricate part of the family.
Right.
She made a lot of difference in a lot of lives. So that's, I would say, being the most exciting thing that happened to me, is to rejoice in seeing my grandmother depart this world, going to heaven peacefully.
Right. And I think that she was one of those rare individuals that when you see her, she was a beacon of hope that gave you faith in humanity.
Yes.
Yeah. You knew when you saw her that there are still good people in the world and there are still good in people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So she will be greatly missed. Rest in power, Miss Ruby. So we're gonna get into you.
All right.
Okay? Pause. Describe yourself.
If I had to describe myself,
Where you from and what you about?
well, I was born and raised in Tyler, Texas.
Okay.
I came to Kilgore in 1991.
91.
And I finished from Kilgore High School in 1993.
Okay, so you really grew up in Tyler.
No, actually, I spent a lot of my time in Kilgore.
Okay.
Because of me growing up with a family, with a mother and father that was divorced, part of my time was spent in Chapel Hill with my mother. And then the rest of my time was spent in Kilgore with my grandmother and my father. But because of the bond that I had with my grandmother at such a young age, a lot of my time was spent in Kilgore.
Right.
So when people ask me where I'm from, I tell them from Kilgore because that's where a lot of my time was spent, was in Kilgore.
Right. So, how do you think, let me see how I'm going to word this. Do you think the dynamic of growing up in two different homes changes a person for the better or for worse?
I think it all depends on the person.
Okay.
Because with me growing up, I had a grandmother that was a spiritual woman that taught me a lot of values. I had a father that was also a great man.
Right.
And he taught me a lot of things. And then I had a great mother, and she taught me a lot of things. So for me growing up in two different households, it was a great thing because I was able to learn things from my grandmother, my father, and my mother. And because they came from good stock, that made me come from good stock. So I think it all depends on how the person that's growing up like that receive the tutelage from the one that's intricate in raising them up. That's what I think.
So you're saying that benefited you?
Yes, it was a great benefit.
All right. Because I meet some people that say the opposite, and then I meet some people that say what you said.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It all depends on how they were raised. And then, because another thing you have to understand is, see, once you grow up in that type of environment like that, two different households, and you become who you are, then it's up to you at that point to take that and then implement it in your life.
Right.
But don't get it wrong, I've made some mistakes
Right.
along the way that wasn't good. But because I had such a strong foundation from a family, I didn't get judged on the things that I did wrong. And basically they pointed it out and helped get me back on the right track.
Okay. So you had a lot of good people around you, and that saying it takes a village to raise a child, you're living proof of that.
Yes. But see, now, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, with this younger generation that's coming up now,
Right.
see, to me, they don't listen.
Yeah.
And they grow up thinking that they know everything.
Right.
When they really don't. They're not taking the time to really understand what it takes to make it in this world.
Right.
They want everything to come quick, fast, in a hurry. And they don't even want to listen at the elders to guide them. They think that they look at the elders as, oh, they just old, they don't know nothing.
Right.
And I'm sure you've heard that 1,000 times, but now that I am 46 years old. And now at 46, I'm just now starting to understand what the elder said.
You look here bad as hell.
Yeah, some of them are. They're disrespectful. Some of them are bad, because some of it is how they grew up. Some of it, in my opinion, is not making the right decisions.
Right.
And thinking that they know everything when they really don't. So that's what's going on right now.
Yeah. And I don't, you know how you're young and you have an old person tell you when you're making a mistake, oh, you'll learn. But really, I truly don't think you ever learn. Because I'm a firm believer in people don't really grow up, they just get older. Now, I do know with time, you understand that certain things that you do will put you in this situation so you avoid them. But I really think that whole evolution thing, I don't think it's what we were taught.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say this. You have to get to a point where you grow up.
Right.
You have to. See, that's the saying is, it's all right to be a young fool.
Right.
Because when you're young, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to do things incorrectly. And when you're young, you can bounce back from it. But as you get older, and you're still doing the same thing that you was doing when you was 22, 23 years old and you old, well, now you're an old fool.
That ain't cool.
And what happens is people look at you as he's a jokester. They're not going to take them seriously. So you have to get to a point where you grow up.
Right.
You just can't go through life and not grow up and start maturing.
Right.
It took me at 46 I really didn't start maturing until I hit 46.
46.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
so from 18 to 45, I just was being a fool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was acting in a childish way from 18 to 45.
Right.
But when I hit 46 and things started happening in my life to make me grow up and understand what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me to hit 46 to understand that you have to mature and you have to start taking care of your business.
Right.
Because if you don't, you'll end up being in your 60s and 70s and not having nothing.
Right.
And then it'll be that shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I should have done this. I could have done this, and I would have done this. When it's at that point, as you get older, and you start making mistakes, time not on your side anymore.
Right.
You're not gonna be able to bounce back.
Right. I'm glad you said that, which is a good transition to my next question for you. If you had some life advice to give someone, anybody, from ages 8 to 88 and everything in between, what would it be, or what would those things be? What would you say?
My life advice would be for people now. Now, when I say this, a lot of people not gonna believe in it.
Right.
But my life advice would be, at this point, would be to, if you have this belief, would be to get closer to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my life advice. Get closer to the Lord and humble yourself and let Him guide you. Because when you let Him guide you, He will open up doors for you that you'll be able to walk in. See, when you try to do things yourself and you're not humble, whatever you do, it's not going to be right.
Not gonna be right.
I'm telling you, I know firsthand. When you're doing it yourself, it's not going to go right. Something's going to happen. And that's the reason why I say now, at the stage that I am at now, my life advice, anybody from 18 to 88 years old, be to get closer to the Lord and really humble yourself and get to know Him and let Him guide you. Because when you let Him guide you and you put all your burdens and problems on Him, then what'll happen is He'll fight your battles for you and He'll open up doors for you. And when He open those doors up for you, then you have to let the people of the world know that I didn't have anything to do with that. It was God that did it. And the thing about it is, a lot of people, they don't, when things happen good, they don't pay Him His homage. They don't pay Him His just due. And when He starts seeing that, He'll take His hands off you to show you that it was Him doing it.
Right.
And when He take His hands off of you and you start making mistakes again, then the thing about it, He'll be waiting on you. So my advice for anybody would be to get close with the Lord and let Him guide your steps. You have to let Him guide your steps. You have to. Because if you don't, you'll go through this life and you won't never move forward. You won't never advance.
Nothing changes if nothing changes.
It's not going to change. You'll start something and something is going to happen to knock you back down. Because He's trying to get your attention.
Amen.
He's trying to make it where you can understand that I have to guide you. So that'd be my life advice for anybody that would want to listen to me. If they can't even talk to me, that would be my advice. You have to get closer with the Lord and let Him order your steps.
So, travel in the direction of the Lord and you'll never be led astray.
That's true. That's it. Now, thing about it is, you have to understand what I said before I said what I said. You have to have that belief in Him.
Right.
Now, there's a lot of people out there that don't believe in Him.
Right.
So, I don't know what would happen to them. I don't know. I can't speak on them.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like in order to be successful in this world,
mm-hmm.
you have to have him guiding you. And that's just how I look at that.
That's how you feel about it?
Yes.
Now, when we were talking about this and we were talking about children and respecting your elders, do you think it's harder to be a child in this generation with social media and iPhones versus how you came up?
Yes. Because what you have to look at now, because the world, people in the world now are programmed.
Right.
And yes, because if you look at it, people are emulating what they see on social media.
Right.
People are emulating what they see. And that's part of what I mean by not having a relationship with the Lord. They're easily led. So yeah, this generation is having a hard time, in my opinion, because they're following social media and that's just part of it now. So yeah, I do think it's hard because that's what's guiding them.
The internet.
All of that. Internet, Instagram, Facebook, all of that. Because when you go on Facebook, you see all of the nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
When you go on Instagram, you see all the nonsense. And you ask, well, how does he know that? Because I go on there sometimes and I look at it.
Yeah.
Do I respond to a lot of things? No, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because at one point, I was programmed like that.
Yeah.
And I had to deprogram myself because I saw that that really wasn't the right thing. But see, a lot of these kids, that's what they're influenced by.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why they dress the way they dress. They act the way they act.
Right.
They talk the way they talk, because that's not them.
Mm-hmm.
That's them letting social media and everything in the world program them.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be like, oh, I'm not programmed. Yeah, you are. You know how I know that, how I know they're not, how I know when they say they're not programmed, how I know they programmed?
Right.
Because they say they're not. If you're not programmed, then you don't have to say you're not programmed.
You wouldn't even pay it any attention because it's irrelevant.
But they say they programmed because when they say they're not programmed, they are.
And you gotta look at it like this too, Z. A lot of these applications that you're on, Facebook, Instagram, they know what you like. So they will keep showing you things that you like, and that'll put you in an echo chamber of things that you like and agree with. And you don't get to think for yourself anymore.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Programmed.
Yeah, you're programmed.
And that's why I say you have to balance yourself with that. Because see, once you start getting caught up in it,
that's it.
That's it.
It's like Coke.
It's like anything, drugs, food, whatever. You get caught up in it. I've gotten caught up in it before. But I had to really deprogram myself from that.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be like everybody else.
No.
I'm Daryl Ford Jr. And I like to be different from people. I don't like to wear the same clothes people wear, shoes, any of that. I'm just a different person.
Different person.
Because
different type of nigga.
I go by my own drum beat now.
Right. Not someone else's.
Right.
You're not on the internet letting someone tell you what to do, how to think, how to feel.
No. Nope. I'm not.
And I think social media takes away a lot of our happiness. Because we're on there looking at someone else's version of life, which is really just a highlight reel. Because everybody just want to show you the good that's going on.
And then another thing about the Facebook, when you start talking about Facebook, yeah, it's good to go on there and look at stuff.
Right.
It's good to make comments. It's, I hear people say, oh yeah, it's a good way for me to connect with people that I missed from high school, this and that.
Oh yeah, I made a lot of holes on there.
So it's all right to go on now, but don't let that consume you. You don't have to post everything that you do.
Yeah.
You don't have to comment on everything that you see.
Right.
If you got a beef with somebody, you don't have to post it on Facebook.
Yeah. Why can't it be like the old days? You pull up on them and shoot them in the face.
See that
we'll probably never go back to that.
That ain't how it was in the old days.
How did you used to do it?
Well, you gotta understand one thing. I was in the school in the 90s.
You want them? So you grew up with the Snoop Dogg. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have
All
none.
all of that.
Okay.
But my see
Trash weed.
during my time, you got into it with somebody, you gonna fight with your hands.
Oh, just fist action.
That's it.
Fist or cuff, like the old white folks say.
Now, don't get me wrong. During my time, yeah, you heard about a few shootings, but that was very rare. When you heard about somebody get shot back during my time, it was kind of shocking.
It was shocking.
Because during my time, people fought. And you win or you lose, and then the person you got into with, y'all end up becoming cool.
Oh, that's how that worked?
I'm telling you, I'm not making this up. I got into a dude one time when I was in school, and he whooped me.
Right.
But after that, he and I became friends. So it wasn't a whole lot of pulling up, shooting in the face, and all of that. It was fighting with your hands. It was if you heard about somebody shooting somebody, it was a shock back then.
That was it.
See, now, when you hear about somebody getting shot, or you hear about somebody beefing or whatever, it's not a shock now. It's like, that's whatever. It's whatever now when you hear about somebody getting shot. Back during my time, it was it was kind of like a shock. You'd be like, oh man, you heard about so-and-so getting shot? So-and-so shot somebody. Like, damn, we didn't know that boy had that in him like that.
Right.
So back during my time, it wasn't a whole lot of pulling up, shooting in the face.
Right.
There's a lot of fights. You hear about somebody fighting somebody.
Right.
But you didn't hear about too many people dying like it is now.
Yeah. You think integrity was just set up in a different way during your time versus now?
I can't explain on the integrity part. I really can't explain. I just know that during my time, that's how things were solved.
Because you do know it takes a lot of guts to fight somebody. It's easy to shoot anybody. But it takes a lot to just pull up on a dude and fight him. Because I know if I shoot you in the face, I'm going to win. But I don't know if I swing on you, if I'm going to even connect.
But the thing about it,
I might miss and fall. And
it don't matter. At least you'll live.
I got out there.
You may jump out there and fight somebody, and you may lose, but at least it'll be like, man, at least he tried to fight.
He got out there.
At least he tried.
Even if he got maxed out.
It don't matter. At least he tried. It'll be like, man, so-and-so will fight you. He may lose, but they'll be like, at least he'll fight you.
He'll get out there.
Exactly.
Okay, so when I was asking you the difference between growing up now versus then, we got bullying. Bullying is set up different. Back in the day, you bully somebody, it was just people that saw you get bullied. They saw you get bullied. But nowadays, I could take a picture of you in class. We in middle school. You know how it was when you was in middle school. You getting hair on your nuts. You feeling weird. Girls growing titties and shit. Somebody could take your picture and put it on Snapchat and have something very disrespectful. And the whole school done saw it. That's a different type of embarrassment, Z. I don't...
See, you touching on an area that I really can't speak on because when I was growing up, it wasn't a whole lot of bullying.
You really wasn't a whole lot of bullying in the 90s?
No, man.
Really?
Man, I'm telling you.
That movie's lied to me. It wasn't no wedgies.
No, it wasn't none of that.
Really?
You got to understand one thing. In the 90s, bro, it really wasn't a whole bunch of bullying and all that wedgie and all of that. It was you would see people scorning on each other.
Right.
Talking about each other. Laughing. It just wasn't a whole bunch of, well, I'm finna pick on this person.
Right.
Or I'm finna bully this person. Back during my time when I was in my class of 93, man, that was a fun class.
Yes, sir.
We was more about just kicking it and having fun. Drinking, smoking a little weed, having some fun. Trying to holler at some females. That's what it was like in my class. It wasn't a whole bunch of bullying.
Right.
Now, that cyberbullying thing now,
it's different, man.
That's just something I think that's just new generation stuff. And now the way it is now, you have people these kids is the ones that getting this cyberbullying, they killing themselves because of the embarrassment of what happened.
It's a lot to handle, see.
So But back during my time, it wasn't nothing like that. If you person scoring on you, and they scoring on you and talking about you, you have to have
some quick wit.
You have to have there you go. You have to have quick wit to think about for the comeback.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a whole lot of bullying. Now I would say that during my time, if you carried yourself a little bit differently,
mm-hmm.
or if you stood out and you dressed a little bit differently from everybody else, people, oh man, he this, he think he this, he think he that because he this. But it just, I'm different because of how I was raised. But just so far as, do I think it's a whole lot different now? Yeah, it is. But this generation right here, see that cyberbullying, I mean, okay, if somebody take a picture of you doing something, whatever, then you need to be able to, I don't know, I guess be able to suck it up and come back at them with something.
Right. Yeah, your generation was just different. Y'all had a lot of raw sex too, because I got a bunch of classmates, which brings me to my next question. If you had any women advice to give, what would you give on that? And we can elaborate on this however much you feel comfortable with,
What would I give? What advice would I give?
Women advice, and this could go to anybody, because there's a lot of lame ass old men out there going through something that a teenager's going through. That's a fact. Everybody don't got the juice.
See,
what would you?
Once again, a person might not like what I'm about to say. I would just say be respectful.
That's it.
And let a woman know up front what it is you want.
That's it.
And what you expect and what you want.
How would you approach a woman? Because okay, let me explain to you how my generation works. And I'm not going to attach myself to this because I ain't never get no fucking matches. But you get on these little dating apps, you meet a female, y'all match up, y'all do whatever. That's it. But how would you approach a woman in the real world? How does that? Because I really do think that take way more guts than swiping right. So you see a woman that catches your eye. How do you go in there, hook, sink, pull it back?
It's simple. When you go up to a woman and you call yourself going to try to talk to her.
Right.
The first thing you have to do, you have to come up with something to make her laugh.
Okay.
Once you can make her laugh and get her comfortable, then you let her know how you feel, you let her know what's up with you.
That's it.
That's how I look at it. But see, in this day and time, because of how some of the women are, most men pull up with they flashing their money and talking about what they can do for them. Well, see, when a woman hears that, well, she automatically gonna know, okay, I can go on and juice him then.
Right.
Because see, one thing about a woman, when you go up to her and you start talking to her, she already know whether or not she gonna have sex with you.
Really?
Yeah, a woman knows this. A woman already know that whether or not she gonna have sex with you.
Really?
I'm telling you, I'm not lying. A woman already know if she's gonna have sex with you.
Like a Google search in half a second, she already know.
Yeah, she gonna already know.
I'm riding him into the sunset.
It's just that she knows that.
Okay.
But it's kind of like you talk yourself in and talk yourself out. When you go up and you start telling her, you start showing off money and what you can do and telling her what you can do and telling her how fine she is and how pretty she is. So they hear that all day long.
That's normal to them.
Yeah. So you got to come at a different angle to get her attention. That's the reason why you got to make them laugh.
Okay.
And see, once you get them laughing, that's going to get them a little bit comfortable.
Right.
And then another thing you got to do, you got to listen at a woman.
You got to listen to them. And I have a hard time doing that because their voice usually annoying.
Well, even if their voice is annoying, you still got to listen to them.
Because you know the goal in the end.
You got to put that back behind your mind how annoying their voice is. Because the one thing about a woman, when she get comfortable with you, she going to tell you everything.
That's it. So you're going to have to put up with things you don't really want to in order to collect them cheeks.
See, now once again, with me being a little older now.
Right. It ain't about cheek clapping no more.
No, not for me.
It's about going on the Tom Joyner cruise and wearing matching white suits with the sign.
No, I ain't going to necessarily say that.
So you ain't that old yet. You
My thing is now with me, At 46, I'm geared towards more of
stability.
Finding me somebody to spend the rest of my life with.
Okay, a stable, healthy relationship.
That's what I'm looking at.
None of that window breaking toxic shit.
See, I done went through the phase of that, what you talking about.
Right.
So that part of the conversation, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really can't get off into that because I'm not even on that anymore.
You ain't even in that atmosphere.
No.
You done hit Pluto on my bitch ass.
Now, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because if you approach a woman, my whole thing is I want to do a pickup line that's just gonna hit her like, hey, would you be the COVID to my 19? You understand me? Or
see, to me, all that don't work. I'm gonna say it again.
The pickup.
When you pull up,
okay.
When you push up on a woman,
yes, sir,
and you call yourself trying to holler at her,
yes, Lord.
I'm gonna say it again. You got to make her laugh. You gotta make her laugh. I ain't talking about laugh where she just, but you know some little things that make her smile to catch her attention.
All right.
Subtlety.
All right.
Little subtle things. Okay. Just be subtle.
Just be subtle with it.
And be yourself.
Okay.
And tell a woman what it is that what you looking for.
Okay.
Cause see, a woman want to know what you're looking for.
That's it.
See, I hate to say it, like if your intention with a woman is to be like, oh, I just want to have sex with you
all night.
Okay, all night. I would tell her that.
I mean, not me, but some people do.
I would tell her that.
I don't have no stamina.
If that's what my intention with a woman is, I would tell her that up front.
That's it. That's all.
One thing about a woman, a woman really don't want to have no game ran on her.
Really?
No.
Well, what about the women that run game on men?
The women that run game on men,
right,
is because I guarantee you, the man have done something or said something to make her run game.
It flipped the switch and changed them forever.
Right. He might, because see, most men, if they up, they going to talk about what they can do for you.
Right.
So when a woman hear that, well, yes, she going to run game.
Right.
Because you already telling her up front what you can do for her and how much money you have and blah, 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 and all that, what you can do for her. Mm-hmm. Well, then yes, she going to run game on you. Because at that point, it's like, well, what can I get out of him now?
Right.
Because you done open that door up.
You done open yourself. You made yourself vulnerable.
That's how I look at it.
You blood in the water and she finna eat your ass alive.
So if you just be straight with a woman and tell her what you really want from her, mm-hmm. then let her make the decision. That's how I look at it. So if you want to have sex with a woman up front, I tell her, hey, I just want to knock you down. Now she gonna be shocked at that.
But you kept it real.
But at least she gonna know what the truth is.
You kept it realer than a McDonald's sandwich.
Exactly.
As real as that could be. Now, okay, you take a woman on a date, and you don't want to overdo it, but you don't want to underdo it. What would be some good dating, actual date? I'm taking you out. None of this. Let's chill at your place. Let me knock these walls down. Real, I'm finna bust quick. You're gonna hate me forever and never call me again. Story of my life. But what about an actual date? How do you decide where I'm gonna take her? Because you don't want to just jump out the pussy and ball. You understand me? You want to make it a nice date. Because I don't want to.
When it comes to going on an actual date with a woman, you got to plan it.
Right.
You got to figure out what it is she like. Mm-hmm. You really got to talk to her and figure out what it is she like to do.
Okay.
And then when you take out on a date, you got to do something. Once again, you got to do some subtle things to catch her attention. Like, right. Oh, okay, he took our time. Yeah, you can take her to Chili's, mm-hmm. Applebee's,
right.
Papa Do's,
right.
Wingstop, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Right.
You can take her to a restaurant.
Right.
You can take her to any of these restaurants in East Texas.
That's it.
You can take her to any restaurant in the DFW.
That's it.
You can take her to any restaurant anywhere you want to take her.
Yeah.
But you won't do something different. Mm-hmm. That's gonna leave a stain on her brain.
Right.
So instead of taking her to a restaurant to eat, you might, I'm not trying to be funny, you might cook dinner at your spot for her.
Okay.
And invite her over for dinner.
If you know how to cook.
If you know how to cook.
Because a lot of niggas ain't shit on that pit.
But you could order some food.
Right.
And prepare it.
Okay.
And I already had the food prepared.
That's a life hack.
So when she come over there, it's set up already.
Okay.
You got to do things differently to catch a woman's eye.
Yeah, because you ain't gotta spend a ton of money. See, what I'm happy. First off, I'm happy to be from Kilgore. This is the greatest city in the world, in my opinion, and that don't have to be your opinion. I love this place. I'm from this place. I was born here. I'ma die here. But East Texas as a whole, we're very special because I can get a country female from Diana or Marshall, take her to Cheddar's, and she think I done rolled out the red carpet for her. Broke the bank. Let her get that New Orleans pasta, the full menu, big one. Don't even worry about eating it. And I didn't go over $30 on that meal. And she think I done did it. You see, you see what I'm saying? We in a very unique spot. I can take you, because Cheddar's, that's a 5-star restaurant for people around here. And I'm getting a little country female from that place.
But see,
that's
to
it.
me,
I done it.
Cheddar's is not to me, Cheddar's is just all right.
Yeah, it's all right to me too. But to a little female from ARP, that's everything. They got live music playing in here.
It all depends on the female.
Well, yeah. It depends on the female. Maybe if we were in a larger metropolitan area where they're used to that. Because I think a female from Dallas, well, Addison, because a female from Dallas will love Cheddar's too. But, somewhere fancy, they know that. That's beneath them. Ugh, Cheddar's? Gross. Let's go to Perry's. Let's get some real food. You understand me? So I just like the area I live in because I know I can ball on a budget, because my whole thing is I'm not going to go outside of my budget for nobody. But there's so many different life hacks in this part of the world. I can look like I threw it all out for you. I didn't even break a $50 bill. I still got gas to get home. And when the lady chased me out of the restaurant saying, "Oh, sir, here's your change," I don't need that shit. Keep it. And we hopping off because my car get 30 miles to the gallon. And that's a work vehicle anyway. I shouldn't even brought you out in that, but I just wanted to, take you out and show you something special. Now, let me ask you this. How many dates do you think you should go on with the woman before it's time to introduce her to that bedroom?
See, once again, it ain't a number of dates.
It ain't a number of dates.
I think you grown and she grown.
That's it.
And if y'all get to that point to where you want to get physical, then you gonna know. So it ain't no number of dates.
Right.
Y'all might go on the first date.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you having sex.
That's a whole lot way.
And one thing about it, a woman is gonna let you know
when it's time to get it.
Her body language is gonna let you know
when it's time to get it. Okay.
She gonna let you know. So it ain't none of all this. Well, we don't went out on 6 dates. Now I think you need to give me some. Now I think you need to give me some pussy. No.
Okay, Z. Okay, all right. Now, I don't mean to interrupt you here, but I'ma just. That's what I was gonna say. Not that I deserve it, but if I'm not in them guts after the second date, you need to delete my number. But that's how I feel. I'm not gonna judge you. You're not gonna judge me. That's just how I feel. If I'm not in them watery guts after the second date, then what are we doing? But you see the age gap between us. I'm a young guy. I'm a young guy with a flaccid micro penis, and you're an old, regal gentleman who's not concerned about that. Sex isn't my biggest priority, but if I want to hang out with somebody, I'll call my homeboy. You know what I want. You understand me?
Well, it's just like with anything else, then
I'm trying to run them guts up.
If your mindset is after the second date, I want to have some sex with you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That ain't gonna work.
You might end up missing out on a great woman because dating and hanging out, that's what you're gonna do. So if you want to have sex, then I'm gonna say it again.
Right.
Because I've heard women say you gotta say
what
it is you want.
Okay.
Now once you say that, then there it is. Because see, one thing about men, they are quick to call a woman a hoe.
Right. Oh, that was my biggest flaw for about 3 years.
Now, and the reason why a man is quick to call a woman a hoe is because of this right here. See, men don't know how to keep their mouth shut.
And we got egos, very weak egos.
See, if a woman does have sex with him on the first night, second date, third date, or whatever,
he telling everybody.
He's gonna go and he gonna tell it.
Woo! it. Don't let it be good either.
He gonna go and tell the business.
I'm calling Mike business.
Okay, so when he go and tell the business to one of his partners, then guess what? He gonna try to scream at her.
That's it.
And then if she decides to have sex with him, now she's a hoe.
She a hoe.
But a man can go out here and have sex,
sling that community dick
with 9 to 10 women.
That's it.
And he gonna be boosted up. But this female gonna be called a hoe.
Yeah.
And the reason why a lot of is because men run their mouth about their business.
And it's a lot of double standards.
Now, don't get me wrong. You do have some women out there that's like that. But at the same time, they're like that because they were made to be like that.
Right.
Because, see, we're all energy. We feed off of each other.
Yeah.
So whatever energy that you give out there, that's what you're going to give back. That's what you're going to get back.
You a believer in that?
Yeah, I am. So my thing is, if your expectation is, after a second date, I want to be up in this pussy.
Yes, sir.
But then you got to express that. And then you got to make her want to get with you on that type of level.
That's it. Okay.
But then if you get on that type of level, and then you quit, and then you leave her alone, if you have sex with her, then you leave her alone, and then you don't explain to her, well, all I wanted was sex, and you avoiding her. But yeah, she gonna act up.
Okay.
She gonna cut up. She gonna act up because you didn't communicate that to her.
Okay.
She had no idea that all you want to do was have sex with her.
That's it. And maybe get my back scratched.
Okay. But the thing is, you got to communicate all of that.
You got to let it be known.
And then that way, let her make that decision.
Let her know if she going to give it up or not. Okay, Z. Let me ask you that. We grown, okay?
Yeah.
We're adults. We ain't under the age of 18. I know sex isn't the most important thing in a relationship, but you do know when it's time to do your thing, it's time to do your thing.
Right.
So, I don't know about you, but I like big girls. I'm on the chair of the Big Titty Committee. I hold a seat in that organization. But a lot of people are intimidated by making love to a big woman because they don't know if they can do it the right way. Now, me, my two go-to positions, I do it chopstick or gay girl style. Period. And I'm going to hit it every time. Well, I'm going to hit it, but I mean, you know, she's probably not going to get any joy out of it because I don't usually stay in there that long. But that's a problem I got to deal with. I don't have ED. I don't have performance anxiety. I just have bust quick disease. But you, what would be, you know, some way to just lay it down where that's it. That's all she want. Nigga, I love you. You leave me, I'll throw a bat through your car.
You got to put it down.
That's it.
See, let me tell you something. Women love sex.
But
hold on, just as much as a man.
Okay, big brother.
But when a woman decides that she gonna have sex with you, I don't care if she's a big girl, a thin girl.
That's it.
Or whatever type of build.
Yes, sir.
When you get to the point that you finna get ready to have sex with her, you got to put it down.
You got to put it down.
You got to put it down. You got to, I'm not trying to be funny. You have got to make that pussy so.
That's it.
You got to make it where she's thinking about you.
At work.
Because if you go in now, and I'm not trying to be funny,
it's okay. You can. It's about me. It's cool.
If you go in now and you bust a nut quick,
okay,
or you don't last that long,
okay, me.
Now guess what? She gonna let it be known I done wasted my time with this nigga. And she not gonna want to have sex with you no more.
Well, that's a little too close to home.
And she gonna talk about you.
Right. Yes.
Cause you done heard how many females you done heard say when females get into it with a nigga huddling out, and then the first thing she gonna say, nigga, with your little dick ass, go on.
Well, that would be true with me, but I have heard that before.
Because she wasted her time. A woman wants you to go up in there and fuck her.
That's it.
I'm telling you.
Just that straight ground pound UFC action.
Yeah. She wants to be fucked and made, and she want to bust her a nut.
That's it.
Because it's not about you.
That don't seem easy to do for them, Z. Like.
That's because you got to be able to go in there and do that. You got to have a little floor play going.
That's it.
You got to please her.
You just can't run up in there like a devil dog.
No.
That's gonna end bad.
She not gonna fool with you no more.
So you gotta slow stroke and massage that click.
You gotta do all that. You got the slow stroke, then you got to beat it up.
That's it.
But you got to be able to make her feel good while you beating it up. You just can't just go in there and just beat the pussy up and then get out of it. You got to make her feel good. I'm serious.
That's a lawsuit. Okay.
You want to give her some multiple orgasms. You want a woman to have multiple orgasms.
Like back to back.
Yes. That's gonna make her think about you.
When she had her little CNA job with them Tweety Bird scrubs on,
whatever
she gonna be thinking
whatever she work at, wherever she work at, CNA, fast food, corporate, whatever. You want her to think about you.
That's it. So how would you even? What do you say for people who finish quick? Like how do you stop that?
I don't know. I mean, they got a lot of enhancement drugs out here
right
now.
Right.
You might have to go that route.
Okay. But what if you ain't got no moves? You ain't know what you're doing down there. What would you say if you giving me a crash course and making sure a woman calls me back? Because honestly, I would like for that to start happening in my life. What would be a go-to position? Where I can take my time in this spot and...
See, I can't... That's a question I can't answer. See...
Because you don't come off as someone who's a wild bastard in the bedroom.
Because...
You seem calculated.
Well, I enjoy sex.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then...
You eating box or no?
Huh?
You eating box? You eating ass? What? None of that?
No, number one, here's the thing about me. This is what my mother and father taught me. Number one...
You don't eat where you shit.
Now...
Tie your shoes.
First of all, when it comes to doing oral sex on a woman, it all depends on who that woman is. It all depends on how long we've been talking.
Okay.
That's number one.
So she from Tyler, that's a no-go.
No, I'm not going to say that.
We're not going to be specific.
No, it doesn't matter about the geographical area.
Oh, okay.
That don't matter.
A real nigga told me that. I didn't know if it was true or not. I had to ask another real nigga.
I mean...
You understand me? Through sorry.
All that Tyler, it don't matter where they from.
It don't matter where they from. It's how it smell.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, hopefully you wouldn't be going out with a woman whose vagina stink.
But desperate time call for desperate measures. But you wouldn't know, big brother, until that situation came.
Yeah, I go with that.
And, if I done showed up, I done showed up. And my dad always told me when I'm doing something I didn't want to do, hey, you got to be a man.
But if a woman's smelling bad, I'm not finna fuck with that. Now, on that other anatomy, anything with the asshole, I'm not finna fuck with.
You ain't going there. That's a no-fly zone.
I'm not finna eat a woman's ass. I don't want her eating my ass.
Really?
No.
I mean, I wouldn't either. I'm just saying.
I'm not fucking with none of that. All that asshole shit.
No booty play.
None of that. That was something that my mother and father taught me when I first became sexually active.
Stay away from that booty hole.
Yes, don't even bother with that.
The old folks said that's where AIDS came from. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know neither, but what I'm saying is a woman has a vagina.
That's it.
Okay? That vagina gets wet.
Yes, sir.
That vagina is designed for a dick.
It gets wet for some people.
And that's where I'm going to stick
not for me.
My dick at.
You just stand in that general area.
Yeah.
So you don't really have a problem pleasing a woman.
No.
You don't have performance anxiety.
No.
You can hang in there longer than 3 minutes because I'm the two-pump choke.
Yeah, I can hang in there, man. I have stamina.
Oh, so you like a boxer? You 12 rounds or better?
Yeah, I really am.
Really?
I'm for real, bro.
So you say your dick report good?
I would say my dick report has been good over the years.
Okay.
I would say that.
Okay, well, if I could rate mine, I'm at an F, but I'm trying to work on that. If you could rate yours, what would yours be?
I'd say around about a 7 or 8.
And you got 3 good referrals that could vouch for you.
Yeah.
Like, man, that nigga was the truth.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Just like that?
Yeah, just like that.
That must be nice.
I'm serious. I'm not making it up.
You nice with it?
Yeah, I am. Because I enjoy sex. And then I want the woman to be satisfied.
So you do all that little bitch ass shit, like you start with the foreplay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do all the bitch ass shit that you just said. I'm gonna suck on neck, I'm gonna suck on tits, I'm gonna lick on pussy, I'm gonna...
All of that?
I'm gonna stick my tongue in the ears.
Okay.
And then I ain't gonna lie, I'm well endowed. See, I'm well endowed.
Oh, so you blessed?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sinned, but okay.
Yeah. No, you're not a sin.
Well, I'm cursed. I'm sorry.
You're
I'm
not
sorry.
cursed. You just have to.
I gotta do what I got.
You got to figure it out. You got to figure out. See, you have to figure out how to have sex.
That's it. And I think that's my biggest problem. I don't know.
And then, whatever woman you talking to, see, most of the time, a woman will bring up sex.
That's it.
See, if you don't bring up sex, eventually the woman gonna bring it up. And then that's when you can talk to and figure out what it is she like.
Yeah.
What? She gonna tell you where in that pussy, what to hit it at to make that pussy feel good.
Where to hit it.
Yeah.
Even if you're not working with a lot. For all my 3 inches, if you ain't.
See, all I can tell you on that, man, you might do some enhancement. Because I'm telling you, man, most women like a well-endowed man.
Really? So you just walk through life happy, knowing that, man, I can hit a G-spot.
Yeah.
Easy. It ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I'm a sexual person.
Oh, okay.
And by me being a sexual person, whatever woman I have sex with, I want her to be satisfied.
You're not one of them dudes, y'all making out, boom, your dick out, let's get it.
No.
You're going to work your way up to that like a promotion.
Yeah, I'm more of a finesser.
Oh, okay.
I ain't on all that. Like I said, but I'm a little bit older. I ain't on all that.
Ground and pound action.
Well, yeah, I'm on that part, but
you're going to work up to that.
I'm going to work up to that.
Okay. I see what you got going on with that. And missionary or just one good spot.
Now, my favorite position, I would say, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I like for a woman to ride my dick.
That's it.
Now, that's my favorite position. Don't get me wrong, I do missionary. Hit it from the back.
Yeah.
Hit it from the side.
My knee's too bad for that back
all
shit.
of that. But my position that I like is when a woman ride me.
That's it.
That's what I like. That's my favorite position.
Did that position come later as you got older because you couldn't be doing all that acrobatic stuff? Or that's just a good position?
That's been a position for me ever since I first started having sex.
Just ride me.
We changed positions throughout the sexual intercourse.
Okay.
But you said favorite position.
That's it.
My favorite position is when a woman ride me.
Go bust style.
I like that.
Now, you strapping up or that condom shit lame?
No, I'm going to use a condom.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to use a condom.
Okay.
Now, have I always used a condom? Nope.
Nah. Sometimes they're not in reach and you got to make do with what you got.
The thing is, I've had unprotected sex before.
Yeah.
But with what's going on now, if I have sex now, I'm gonna be protected.
Okay.
Because I don't have any at 46. I don't have any STDs or anything, and that's how I want to keep it. So if I'm gonna have some premarital sex or whatever, I'm gonna use a condom.
Yeah, and I don't really believe in premarital sex. I'm trying to save myself for the right one because I became a born again virgin, not by choice, but I just couldn't really get none. So I said, well, I'll just take this time out to work on myself. But do you prefer to put the rubber on or I don't even want to wear this?
I have to put that on this day and time.
Okay.
Now, if I get with a woman, where I'm at now, she's my girl, and she clean, I'm clean, and then I would like to have unprotected sex.
That's it. You pulling out, or you too old for that?
What? No. If I'm you talking about if we together?
Yeah. You pulling out?
No, I'm not gonna pull out.
You staying in? No vacancy.
I'm staying in.
You a full house type of boy.
I'm gonna stay in. I am going to release my cum into her.
Woo! That's all.
If we on that level.
You're not gonna make her sit on the toilet so she don't get pregnant afterwards.
No,
just lay down. We go to bed.
We gotta understand one thing. I don't have any kids.
Oh, okay.
So if she end up getting pregnant, hey, that's cool with me. Because I take care of my baby.
That's it.
Because I don't have any kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would. But we gotta be on that level to where we have unprotected sex. We gotta get on that level. See, that's the whole thing about it. We gotta get on that level first. It's just that simple.
Well, I tell you what, the next time I meet a woman, and if I'm lucky enough to get to that situation, I'm gonna remember what you told me, and I'm gonna try to use it.
But you gotta do what's gonna work for you though.
Yeah, because everything don't work for everybody.
Exactly.
I get that. Yo entiendo.
And then you got to really listen to what a woman is talking about.
That's it. Because they'll let you know.
A woman going to let you know.
But it's lame.
She going to let you know. And then another thing.
Spit in my mouth.
About a woman. See, I've done all that before.
They love it.
No.
Really?
Not every woman going to like that.
Really?
It just all depends on the woman.
Have you ever been with an older woman? Because I love women 40 years older than me.
Well, yeah, I've been with older women before. When I was younger, I dated I talked to older women.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a dream of mine.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real dream of mine.
See, older woman already know what she pretty much wants.
That's it.
And she gonna let you know that she's a grown woman.
Yeah.
And she gonna tell you what she wants. See, a young girl, but see what you gotta understand with me, I'm 46. Okay.
Yeah, you an old bull now.
See, I have a sister that's 33.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna lie to you. All that me dealing with a 25, 22 young girl, I'm not even finna waste my time with that.
No.
Because I'm 46.
They don't do it to anybody will cry and eat tacos.
So I'm not finna waste my, I don't care how mature she is, because see, what are we gonna talk about?
That's it.
It's too big of an age gap.
Exactly. You don't even know what TikTok is, do you?
No, I don't.
See?
So I can't really waste my time talking to a young girl. My age range is I'm gonna say from 35 on up.
Okay.
But because of my attitude, I don't want a woman that's too old.
I don't mind that either.
Because even though I'm 46, I still...
You got things you want to do too.
Yeah, and then I kind of move like a... In some areas, I move like a young person.
Like a young person. So you don't want to be sitting on the couch with the lady watching Family Feud at 3:30. You trying to be out and about every now and then.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man, I like to party.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm cleaned up going, I like to go out and have fun and do things. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna lie to you. So, you know, I got to have somebody that's gonna want to go out and do things.
That's it.
Yes, we can sit at the house sometimes or whatever, but I'm gonna want to go out and do things and have fun because I'm still in kind of.
You still in that lane. You got a little youth flair.
Yeah.
You want to step out every now and then, stretch the legs out on the pussy, get with it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let me ask you this: what lessons have you learned along the way in your 40 or so years of life on this earth?
I've learned that you don't have no time to be wasting.
Time is valuable.
I've learned to be more humble. I've learned to listen, keep my mouth closed and listen and observe. That's what I've learned. To keep my mouth closed and listen. And observe what's going on.
Listen twice as much as you talk.
And be patient.
Be patient.
And that's what I've learned now.
Okay. Which one of those were the hardest to come to terms with?
Patience.
How long did it take you to, okay, I got to be patient. I can do this?
When I turned 46.
46?
I'm being honest.
Up until then, it was straight impatience.
I was very impatient. I want things to happen now, and I want it to happen the way I want it to happen. And I had to realize when I hit 46, it's not like that. I got to be patient because I have jumped around from job to job. I done moved to DFW, Houston, this job, that job. I'm also a licensed barber. I done went to this barbershop.
You need a fade.
I done went to that barbershop. I done went to this barbershop. And if I had been patient and sat still, I'd be further along than where I'm at now.
So looking back, you realize that patience was a virtue.
You have to be patient. In anything that you do, whether you're working on a job, going to school, whatever, you have to have patience. You got to keep your mouth shut. You have to make moves. You have to make every move that you make got to be a calculated move to help you advance.
To get there, to get to where you need to be.
It has to be a calculated move, and that's where God comes into play at. I got to reiterate that. That's where God comes into play, because when you make calculated moves, He's gonna put people in position to help you do these, help you move along through life, to help me open up doors.
Okay. I like that. I really do think more people should practice patience. They really should.
Well, think about it. It's gonna be hard because everything is fast.
Yeah, we live in a fast food society.
Everything is fast. You know, everything is fast. Everything is fast. See, when you're moving fast, you're gonna miss a whole lot of stuff.
You didn't stop and look.
You're gonna miss a whole lot of things when you're moving at a rapid rate of speed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I say you got to slow down, you got to be patient, and then you got to have wisdom.
Right.
You got to have wisdom. You got to use wisdom when you're making moves. You can't do anything out of anger. That's another thing. See, getting angry, that's gonna cloud you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the devil.
That's it.
See, the devil wants you to be. He wants your mind clouded.
Right.
He wants it where you can't think. But see, when you calm and you making calculated moves, and you don't act off of emotion, you acting off of intelligence.
Right.
See, that getting mad and making moves when you mad and angry, that's not right, because you're gonna do something stupid.
Put you in a bad spot.
See, like in this day and time, like say you see two people get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one person not gonna think.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the shooting come in at.
Right.
But if you thinking and you acting with intelligence, you gotta really ask yourself,
do I want to do this?
Do I want to do this? Or, okay, we got into it, and yet he whooped me, but do I really want to retaliate? Because see, one thing about it, I'm gonna say it again. When you let God handle your battles, He gonna take care of that person.
That's it.
He gonna take care of that person for you. It may not be on your time, but you might hear about that person getting sick 5 years from now. Like, damn, man, so and so has cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you are of God, He handles those things for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to have. That's what I'm saying. And that's all important, knowing God. You got to be patient, and you got to have wisdom.
Right. You gotta have wisdom.
And everything you do has to be calculated.
Okay. And speaking of wisdom, that brings me to my closing question. Honestly, thank you so much for doing this for me.
You're welcome.
I know it was an act of Congress, and he was like, I don't want to do nothing with that old bitch ass nigga, but I'm really glad you came around and fuck with me, because I fuck with you.
No, that thought that would come to my mind. I've never looked at you like that.
Well, thank you, Z.
You number one, you my family.
Right.
And you cool with me.
Right.
So I didn't mind doing this.
Right. And I'm glad I could get you on, because I really think you're interesting. You got a story to tell, and I know this won't be our last conversation.
It probably won't. I feel I have a lot of knowledge to give people.
Yeah, and I think the people need to hear it. They really do.
Well, I hope so.
Now, my last question. If you had $1 million today, you looked in your Chase Bank account. I got a Chase Bank account, but I also love the bank local at East Texas Professional. It's a couple of little females in there that look good. You know me. I always got ulterior motives. But if you had $1 million in your account, let's just say you woke up next morning with it, what would you do?
If I had $1 million in my account.
That's it, $1 million after taxes. Then white folks ain't coming for you.
$1 million.
They said, here, take it.
The first thing I would do.
For being a real nigga, here, $1 million.
The first thing I would do, I would go and pay off all my probation fees.
That's it.
That's the first thing I would do.
Okay.
The second thing I would do,
come on,
I would get with my mother, and I would give my mother and my sister some money.
Okay. That's a noble thing to do.
And then after that, I would get with me some kind of a financial advisor to help me to make this money grow.
Right.
To where I wouldn't have to work anymore in my life.
Is it?
That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
And that's it. That's what you'll do straight up.
Yeah, straight up.
Well, I tell you what, I feel embarrassed for saying what I would do.
What would you do?
Know, man, honestly, I got $1 million tomorrow morning. It's a blunt in my mouth and some double D titties in my face. But that's me, Z.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's me. That's just something I've been. I saw it in the movie once.
But you asked me what was the first thing I would do. I didn't say I was gonna have no fun.
Okay.
You just asked me what the first thing I would do, and I said I'd go pay off all my probation fees.
Okay.
Then I would give my mother and my sister some money.
Right.
But I would have a little fun. But you gotta understand, my mindset is kind of different in some areas.
It's different. You know, you're an older guy. You mature.
So don't get me wrong. I didn't say I wouldn't have no fun.
Right.
Because I would definitely have some fun.
Yeah, big titties in my face only.
You know, but
until I go broke.
I wouldn't want to go broke anymore.
That's it.
I really wouldn't. I want that money to grow. So I had to put myself around people in the money world to show me how to make this money grow.
Right.
How to invest in some things to continue getting. It's kind of like that movie, Money Never Sleeps. I want to be in a position to where when I go to sleep, money's still turning.
Okay.
For myself.
So you trying to use that as a springboard for financial security?
Yes.
Financial freedom.
But yeah, would I have some fun? Yeah, I'll probably have some fun with it.
Okay. You got any cool car you would buy?
Well, I just purchased a cool car, so
I love it. I love that motherfucker, by the way.
Thank you.
Woo!
But I would probably, I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably get me another vehicle. I don't know what it would be, but I would definitely get something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna lie, because of how I am, it would be something fancy.
Like a Fisker Karma or a Toyota Yaris. Like, what would you?
No, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'd probably be in that. I'd probably be something foreign.
Not an electric car? I don't like electric cars because I'm not into men.
I would, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man. With that kind of money and get some things going, I would. I mean, like the typical black person, I guess. You know, I hate to say it like that, but you know, I'd come down foreign something, some, you know, Bentley,
Hyundai, something clean.
No, not no Hyundai.
Oh, my bad. You said foreign. I'm sorry.
Benz truck.
Which one? You know they got that new one.
I don't know. I had to do is get out there and see, you know, Benz truck or, you know, Bentley truck.
Yeah.
Something exotic.
Yeah.
You know, I would come down with something exotic. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah. I'd buy a cool car too, but whatever automobile I buy with that $1 million, I'm burning a pound of cushion that bitch that day. Down I-20.
Now see, I'm not gonna lie. Once I pay for all my probation fees and if they release me early, yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
We back on that shit.
Yeah.
Woo!
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I would probably, once I pay my fees off and
yes, sir.
Cause see if I can get an early release off of probation to where I'm no longer having to go and report each month.
Big blunted. And
I know that I'm completely off paper and I'm financially secure. Yes, I probably would smoke me some more marijuana again. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would definitely smoke some marijuana.
That's it.
I would definitely look at owning a dispensary somewhere.
That's it. Maybe Arkansas.
That would be something that I would look into.
I'm not to interrupt you or nothing, Z, but real quick, this podcast is for people who got to smoke a black amount because they're on probation. It'll be over soon and you'll be back doing what you do best. But yeah, it'll be, you know, a little dispensary or something.
Yeah, I really would. My career at that point would be something in the marijuana industry.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. But the first step would be to pay off all the fees.
Get legal first, so then white folks get off your back.
So they wouldn't be able to come and bother me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then once I get that, yeah, I would definitely be, my career would definitely be, I'd probably have a barbershop, something like that, because I am a licensed barber, like I said. I would have a shop, but I would definitely look off into something in the marijuana industry because I am an avid. I am. Let me retract that.
You're a supporter of
the legalization. I am pro marijuana. I'm down with the legalization of marijuana.
That's it.
I would smoke marijuana, and I want to have some kind of a career in marijuana.
I mean, Z, if it was legal in Texas, I'd be high to my mind every goddamn day.
You know,
I'd smoke my kneecaps off.
Yeah, I mean, because before I got on probation, I liked smoking good weed.
Big kush.
And I smoke weed every day. I'm not afraid to say it. I smoke weed every day.
You shouldn't be.
I'm grown. I'm 46. I can say that.
You can say that. You like to have sex. You know?
Yeah, I do.
You like to do intercourse.
Yeah, I do. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you I do.
And if you weren't on any type of legal document, you would love to indulge in the cannabis.
I would. And
I don't see anything wrong with that.
And I want to I'd have a career in that.
You could have the world's first barbershop / dispensary.
That'd be somewhere.
You can get a taper fade and an eighth.
There you go.
Same place.
There you go.
Why go anywhere else? Shop here.
There you go.
And you got a little merchandise. Come on.
And you feeling me.
Z, I really enjoyed this conversation with you.
Well, I thank you for taking the time out to even come to you and ask me. I feel honored that you even took the time to even have me to do this.
Man.
So I appreciate you, and I just hope that my words that I said help somebody in a positive light, because I didn't mean to do anything in a negative light. Mm-hmm. And if I did say anything to offend anybody, I'm going to say that these are my thoughts.
That's your thoughts. Your thoughts on.
And I'm saying this is how I feel on things. So when people, when y'all, ladies and gentlemen, out here hear this,
yes,
don't hug me out and talk bad about me, because this is what my thoughts are.
Yeah. We had a right in America to feel.
And these are my thoughts.
Yes, sir.
So if you happen to see me out somewhere after you hear this podcast, don't talk about me and make fun of me, because this is just how I feel,
That's
y'all.
how you feel. Period.
Because you got to be respectful. This is how I feel. But I hope that my words and what I said inspire some people and can possibly help some people. And I thank you for having me.
Thank you. Give yourself a round of applause. Easy Top, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, thank you guys for listening. See you Sunday.